Hey everyone, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to evercrisis. We're going to be talking about Yuffie and Matt's new banner that just dropped. Before I jump in, there is speculation that there's a crossover banner coming out, and crossover banners are usually very good. They're in the category of limited, so they're only available while that crossover event is happening. So if you guys want to wait till the last day and you're not sure if you're going to pull or not pull on these characters, totally reasonable. Take a sneak peek, wait till that last minute, and then you're good from there. But we're going to review Yuffie and Matt, talk about how good they are because they're amazing, and then I'm going to give you a wish list for which weapons you should pull for Yuffie to make her maximum DPS, and Matt being one of the best healers in the game at the moment. Fantastic healer. So let's jump in and let's review this banner together, and then my next video I'll be talking about Leviathan, the update, and everything. I'll get you guys covered on that. So starting off with Yuffie, you can't go wrong. The costume itself looks fantastic. I went over this on stream last night with chat, and I love every aspect of this. The half skirt or half dress thing reminds me of Yuna from Final Fantasy X too, but it keeps that ninja aesthetics, which is really, really cool. So you guys are here for the actual setup itself. This is a perfect Arcanum Earth costume, 35% to Earth damage, and we got boost physical ability potency plus 10, which means you only need 45 more points to get maximum. This is great to see. Again, we don't want to see any more boost magic attack or boost physical attack. We want to see something else. HP, this, buff, debuff, whatever it is, as long as it's not that other R ability, because we don't need it anymore. So fantastic costume. Now we got Hawkeye, her new weapon, which fully maxed out is going to be a total of 850% physical earth damage. But it also has, if you have 70% of HP or more, it's times by 1.2. This is a fantastic weapon. It is physical, comes with full physical attack of 648 on the stats over here. And it's got boost physical attack, R ability of 46, which is only 9 more points, and that's fully maxed out. And boost earth at 39, with a circle sigil on the back. So this weapon check marks all the boxes for a perfect DPS weapon. And if you guys have like Fire Arcanum Zac that came out during the limited banner, had that bonus of the 1.2 or multiplier damage, this thing is fantastic. Really, really good. And the condition is just be full HP, almost. So, can't go wrong with Yuffie. Yuffie's wish list is pretty straightforward. It's right over here. I'm going to disappear for a second. Boop. We've got Automatic, Enemy Launcher, Red 13's Leather Collar because it boosts HP and gives us Earth Potency. It's the only other weapon that's going to be on here for Earth Potency. And then for Yuffie on our offhand is Arctic Star. And then this slot over here is whatever you guys want. Another option is like the Viper, Twin Viper, to have that bile there, but also boost attack. And then instead of running Enemy Launcher, you run like Killer Hornet instead from Matt, because you got to bounce out that physical, but also complementing that boost physical ability potency. So I'm going to pop back in here real quick, and we're going to go look at it at a full build, kind of, but you guys seem to like it when it's visually there in all the slots. So I'm going to pop that up for you guys. So I got Yuffie here, kind of a rough makeup. Pretend the boomerang is the new weapon. You put that in the main hand. You're using Arctic Star in the offhand to boost yourself and another ally's physical attack up. It's going to give us the rest of the boost physical attack that we need, those 9 points. And it's also going to give us buff debuff duration, which is really good, right? Also stacking us with more physical attack of 648. Very, very good weapon to have on her. Then for the sub weapons, like I talked about, Automatic, Enemy Launcher, and you've got Leather Collar here. Instead of Leather Collar, you guys do have other options for Earth, but not much. And that's because Earth is in a weird place. So Yuffie works. It's going to max out everything. She's going to have 85% Earth potency with this build. There's just no boost attack or physical attack weapon and Earth. Everything's been magical or survivability. So your two options is for survivability, Wizard Staff, Wiser Staff, or Red 13. So whatever one you have more of, that's what you'd be sticking on there. Everything else is boost, magic, our ability, and we don't want that. Magic defense can work. This can be very, very good to have in the back because it's got 62 magic defense. So if you need more magic defense instead, this will give you a total of 31 points, which is 45% increase in magic defense. So that's a really good option as well if you guys have that leveled up. So that is a Yuffie build. We're going to talk about Matt next. Matt's costume, really, really good. So first of all, he looks great. He looks fantastic. He's the medic. He's coming in with the giant syringe. He's going to stab all the opponents while healing the party. Great costume. Doesn't look bad at all. And this is the first costume in the game to boost HP plus 15. And this is big because usually we get plus 10 only, which is 15% increase in HP, where Matt alone with just the costume now gives 30% off the bat, double every other costume's R ability. Plus it has boost heal plus 10, automatically giving you one of the best healers in the game, and we're going to talk about why. So with Syringe Rapier, you only need 1 copy in order to get magic defense to mid-tier and physical defense to mid-tier, as long as HP is 50% or more, with a little bit of a heal in there. If you fully max this out, which you don't have to, at OB10, OB6 lets you cast up to high. So no matter what, OB1 or OB0 to OB5, so 6 copies of this weapon, you're only going to be able to cast mid, but if you go OB6, you're going to be able to go ahead and double cast into high potency, which will be important for most quests. But this thing at fully maxed out, if you do just work on a healer for some reason, boosts another 46% HP, which if you use your costume, pushing you all the way to 90%. This is a very huge survivability, and you got buff to the debuff duration at 39. That's 150% longer on top of the 14 seconds that is already there for physical and magic defense. This thing is crazy good, and it has a cure on top of it, so you can use materia. And I personally use Barret with his all cure materia, and I've been passing all the content. I beat EX2 Bahamut with Barret, so you can imagine that this thing's just gonna be wild because of all the utility. And Matt himself is just one of those characters that has a little bit of everything. All right, you've got Centipede, which also has the boost heal R ability, which is fantastic, with more buff and debuff duration. It has the better physical defense, right? With AoE healing, so you get to do healing and defense at once. But since we're using Syringe, we don't have to rely on this anymore. You guys can bring in the Bramble Spine instead, which boosts physical attack on an ally up to high. If you have OB6, if you only have 1 copy, it's mid, and then another cast is high, but it also sports that magic defense with more healing, and it's a very good option as well. It applies regen on there, it's got a little bit of heal, and has the all cure. So if you want more than just that kind of healing, you want to go back to prime number, and if you want something that's like a solid big giant heal, right, the potency on this is much better. So you can rock prime number with this, but Matt shines way more than that, especially because he's got the buff debuff. You bring in stuff like Slick Beetle, which lowers physical attack. So not only are you going to be raising your defenses, you're going to lower the enemy's attack, and you have the all cure here, which is more than enough for most circumstances in this game, especially if your characters have a lot of HP already. So he's just got so much utility going on. You can also lower magic defense if your DPS are defensive. So fantastic character to get this costume, to get this weapon. You can mix and match as much as you want with this Syringe. Syringe is pretty much going to be your main healing source this entire time. And I know you guys are going to think, well, the healing's not that good on materia. Again, I'm going to show you guys my current party that I beat EX2 Bahamut with, and that's my healer, Barret. OB1 level 80, assault gun level 80, no OB6, no 1 cast, full defense, heals at 2,304, HP 9,000 with the current build I have. And you guys can see nothing too crazy here, right? So if this guy can take care of you through all the content that I've been doing in the game, and I've been using him ever since he's come out with this all cure materia. I have a 4-star cura on here, and it's been fantastic. I've beaten everything I need to beat with this. Now imagine that, but covering much more. Matt is just crazy good right now. He's got so much utility, so much choices. All right, the Syringe Rapier definitely takes over because a lot of the quests in the game, you can't lower the enemy's attack and you can't lower their magic attack. You can raise your defense no matter what at the moment, so something that buffs you is an incredible weapon, and that covers 2 in 1 while healing. So good, and the R abilities are all in the right place, right? Survivability, buff, debuff duration, his costume, same thing, heal, and more HP. He is a beast, an absolute beast. Very, very, very good healer. So if you are pulling for Matt specifically and you're trying to go for like a wish list, he is going to be one of those situations where it's whatever you want, honestly. So obviously Black Beetle here is probably going to be one of the, or Slick Beetle is going to be one of the better ones, because lowering physical attack while raising your defense is fantastic when the enemy is available to lower their physical attack. while the R abilities are good, has more boost HP on it. You're going to use prime number in those situations where you want that really good potency for AoE healing, but also giving you boost heal. And if you're facing something that's lightning based like Ramuh, this will help you a lot for survivability. Another good choice is Bramble Spine, and that's because it has that boost heal and magic defense, but also increases one of the DPSs on the team's physical attack. So that makes it really good with regen. And then you've got, of course, the Stingray, which lowers magic defense, and this is going to help a lot. None of this is going to help you except for wind resist if we face a wind enemy, but it's just lowering defense if he's got nothing else to do, right? He's already raising all the defenses, he's healing with one weapon. You now have the option to help the DPS more. Another good choice is 4-point Shuriken here because, again, HP, and it'll give you the rest of the points to get maxed out buff debuff duration, which increases duration by 200%. Really, really good. That defense is going to be there the entire fight. You'll never take that much damage with that kind of combination. The weapon alone, his new one, is good enough for that, but there's that choice. So again, one of the other choices is that Centipede, because of the buff debuff duration is there, and it's a 62 boost heal, making this a great weapon to still keep on you just for the R abilities if you need it. But if you need that utility, you're going to switch around. And then from there, it's whatever you want, honestly, because this could be a banner where you just focus on the syringe and Slick Beetle, because that raises defense, that lowers attack, and this can be all DPS wish listing. So while you're just trying to perfect it, you could be this, prime number, and this, and then the other slots are all for your DPS, which is a great idea because your healer doesn't need that much. I showed you my Barret. It doesn't need that much. So I'm not going to really give you a full breakdown of a wish list there. That's a good general idea because Matt can hold on anything. He needs more HP, he needs more defense, physical defense, he needs more buff duration, he needs more heal R ability. You just mix and match what you need for that fight. You're like, oh, I need to heal 3,500 HP, not 3,000. So pump more R ability on heal. And yeah, that's pretty much the banner. You can't go wrong with this banner, but we are expecting a limited banner coming up, a crossover one. So you can hold out. This doesn't go away until the 26th, which is far from here, 17 days. Plenty of time to keep an eye on everything. If you guys aren't struggling in the game, my best advice is just save up, right? If you really like the character, go for it, but I'm at 115,000 blue crystals, all free to play, and I've been skipping banners like crazy because my characters I currently have are passing the content. So when it comes to gachas, I always just sit there and I'm like, why pull? Blue crystals are the most powerful thing you have in this game. They'll always be useful, right? So every time a character comes out, new month, as a year passes by, whatever is going on, those will always be valuable because the next character is always stronger. And it doesn't matter. I've been using Murasami Cloud since the beginning, and he's carried me in a ton of things, and that's a day one banner. So the game's very free to play. Have fun with it, pull for your favorite characters, and enjoy the game. For now, that's everything. Thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll smell you later.